Hey everybody, it's Kyle. Coming to you from my basement. It was a nice long weekend. I don't know how you guys did over the Labor Day weekend, but I had a pretty good one. Of course, my birthday was on Labor Day, so that's always a bonus when that happens. But yeah, it was a good time. Did a lot of things, you know. The interesting thing is I went to the record store and couldn't find anything, which, you know, that's fine. But it's kind of weird because it's the second time I've been there and that's happened. I mean, there just was nothing there really that I was all that interested in, but hey, you know, whatever. Some good news, good things that are going on for me. Well, I mean, we had a great weekend. I mean, everybody got out and got some things, you know, hung out with friends, did stuff, got some things done, and got to spend a lot of time with my wife, just hanging out and things like that. And we had a blast. On Friday, we actually went and did a karaoke night at a place we'd not done before, and that was a lot of fun. Mikey and PP were there with their significant others, and we had a great time, man. It was fun, definitely. And, you know, then the rest of the weekend, my wife and I got to hang out a lot together and do some things. And I did go to Cargo Largo yesterday, and the kids went with me. And, yeah, I picked up some pretty good deals on some records. Let me see if I can figure out exactly which records these are that that I picked up. But I do know a couple off the top of my head. I mean, number one is Metallica Black Album. I mean, everybody knows that record. But yeah, I picked that up, and it's, you know, that thing's a classic. I don't know how you could feel any other way about it, you know. And it was pretty reasonable, probably about $10 to $15 off what I've seen it for out in the wild. You know, the album cover and stuff's a little beat up, but you know, I'm about the music that's in there, so that looks all good. Another one I picked up, and I wouldn't imagine this would be the first album by this group that I would have got. Oh, you know what? I'm already talking about music stuff. Sorry, I've already moved on to what I'm into right now. But what's going on good in my life is it was a great birthday weekend. So, but yeah, on the subject of the Black Album by Metallica, that was fantastic. But the next one I got, on the subject of the next album, is an album I would not have figured that I would buy of this band. That wouldn't be the first album of theirs that I would purchase, but the price was so good and everything, I was like, you know, I got to do this. And it's Achtung Baby by U2, which is interesting because to me, that's the album where they broke from what they'd been doing the entire time up till then. I think, is it The Unforgettable Fire? I think that's the last album where they kind of were sticking to their songs that had, you know, some politics to it, some anger towards politics and stuff like that. And I always loved them, you know, up to that point. I did get to see them. Or is it Joshua Tree? That's what it was. The Joshua Tree. That was their last album before they switched. I got to go see them live for that tour, the Joshua Tree tour, and they were amazing. There was no big laser light show. There was nothing like that. It was just them on stage playing, and they were incredible. And there's a moment when the Edge is playing guitar and Bono holds this light up to him, and you can kind of see the shadow on the ceiling. It was really cool. If you don't know what it looks like, it's actually the cover, not specifically from the concert I went to, but it's on the cover of the record Rattle and Hum and the movie poster and everything. And that movie is about that tour, really, and about their career and all that stuff. And it's good, man. But yeah, they made that shift, and then they come out with Achtung Baby, which I do like. There's a lot of great songs on it. I think it's pretty good. What happened after that, as far as Zoo TV, or I think that's what it was, Zooropa. I fell out of love with them there, and everything really from that point forward, I just didn't really care that much for. And I know they had some popularity and all that stuff. They had the whole debacle with iTunes. If you're not familiar with that, Apple basically forced everyone to take a copy of one of their new albums, and people were kind of pissed. I didn't really care, but yeah, I mean, people, they only have so much space on their device, and here they're being forced to have this album. It's kind of bullshit. But they ended up fixing that, and it's just one of those things. Yeah, Achtung Baby's got a lot of good songs on it. I mean, there's just no two ways about it, and it's really hard to sit here and tell you that there's nothing worth anything on that album, because that's just not true. I mean, there are some good things on that record, and it's got a lot of good tunes. And everybody knows, I think it's The Fly. That's the first big single off of there. But there's even better than Real Thing's a good one. One, of course, is a big song. Mysterious Ways is a huge song. That album there's a lot to it. Okay. A lot of things on there that kind of bridge that from what they were to what they became. And, I dig it. So yeah. And here's the thing, double album, 180 gram records, $12.99. So it was kind of a no-brainer. It's like brand new, unopened. I mean, I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do this. And so that's where another one that I got. Another one besides those two that I picked up is actually the latest album by Khruangbin. Or Khruangbin. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. I guess I should probably try and figure that out. But the album is A La Sala. And I think I've heard a little bit of it, but not a lot. So I'm looking forward to listening to that one as well. And then, I went with the kids and we went out and we did a little thrift shopping. I've been having problems with a receiver, and the older Pioneer receiver that I have. Something's up with the left channel. I don't know. I've had multiple different speakers up there, and the left channel just has some sort of issue. And I tried this receiver I got, and luckily everything was like half off at the thrift store, so it wasn't very much for this receiver. I mean, seriously, like $15 or something. But I found a Technics, and I thought, okay, well, this will work, It didn't, and that thing was just broken. It sucks because they said they tested it, but it just didn't work. So what I ended up doing is I just went on Amazon. I found a Polk Audio, or Pyle, a Pyle, big difference there. Pyle, Pyle. I found an amplifier receiver on there that they make that's a little bit smaller, so I can put the turntable just on the top of the place that I have in the kitchen, and then put this down below. And this also has Bluetooth. It receives Bluetooth, and yeah, it's for what it is. It's a nice little device. I'm looking forward to getting that and getting these records spun. So there you go. And maybe listen to some other stuff on it as well. I don't know. We'll see. I think it takes memory cards, and it also takes a USB drive if you want. So I may throw a bunch of music on a USB drive and just connect it to it, so you can just select that and play it if you want to too. But that's about it for what I'm listening to. I mean, nothing really new besides those things. Oh, that New Order album did come in. New Order that's an interesting group to me, because if you don't know the history of New Order, and these are, I think not everybody in the group, but a few of the guys in the group were in another group called Joy Division. And Joy Division was hitting it really big and starting to become a big deal. And they were getting ready to go to the United States for their first tour over in the United States. And the night before they left, the lead singer killed himself. I mean, I'm trying to remember if he OD'd. I think he actually killed himself, but he killed himself either way. And so they had to call everything off, and that was it. Which sucks. I didn't mean to laugh at that like it's funny. It just sucks. I'm sure the band was like, what the fuck, you know? They knew he had problems, and they tried to work with him before that, and they just couldn't get him to, you know, figure out his life. And so he killed himself the night before their first big break in the United States, which really sucks. So some of those guys went on and formed a band called New Order, and they were kind of this alternative electronic music group when I was a kid, you know. And one of the first times I ever heard them was the album Substance, 1987. And I love it. It's one of my favorite records from that time. So many songs on it. Blue Monday, True Faith, you know, Bizarre Love Triangle. But I mean, there's more that I love on there too. I love Ceremony. Thieves Like Us is great. There's just really, to be honest with you, every song on that album is great. And I was able to pick one of those up online, and it's a double album. So quite a bit of music on it. I'm trying to remember how many songs specifically are on that album, but it's a lot. I want to say 11 or 12 songs, 11 or 12 tracks, but it's a good record if you've never listened to it. And that's about it. I think there's the latest Vinyl Moon is coming today. I think I saw it was out for delivery, so that's pretty exciting. What am I watching right now? You know, I mean, we didn't really watch a whole lot this weekend, surprisingly. I did watch one of the documentaries on the Return of the Living Dead 4K steelbook that I got. And there's one disc that's all Blu-ray, just full of documentaries on it about the movie. Actually, I watched 2 documentaries on there. The first one was about the soundtrack and kind of how they got all these different groups to be on that soundtrack and why they chose these songs. And that was really interesting. And then the second one was just kind of how the film got made, like how they went about, you know, getting production money for it and all that and creating this film. It's interesting to me how someone can have a relatively simple idea and it just blows me away, all the hoops that they have to jump through to get a film made. And people were really down on it. Oh, this is going to be a piece of shit, and you're just copying off of George Romero and all that. And in reality, it ended up a hit, even though the funny thing that I notice about that film when I watch it, and I love that movie, is that as the film goes on and there's more and more zombies, less and less of them really had any substantial makeup on. It kind of cracks me up. But there's so many memorable things about it. Here's something I did not know. That's the first movie where they talk about zombies eating brains. Before that, that's not really what it was never mentioned that they're going for brains. They want to eat brains. So kind of interesting if you're a zombie fan or a horror fan at all. And then, yeah, I mean, that's really about it. We didn't really watch anything new. I think I told you we finished the second season of Jack Ryan. It's great. And so we'll continue on that one. And I don't know where we'll go as far as the Lord of the Rings stuff, but I'm sure we'll figure something out. So, okay, what am I reading? Nothing, really. I'm reading a lot of blogs and a lot of stuff online about 3D printing and the ROG Ally. And I'll get to that in just a second. Gaming. What have I been doing? Gaming. Well, I just kind of let the cat out of the bag there. Did get a ROG Ally. I didn't get the extreme one. This one was on such a good sale. It was kind of hard to pass up. And, I do love No Man's Sky. I love playing No Man's Sky, and I'm not really doing anything in it, but I love it. It's fun. I kind of like a game that's like that, that's open world, or in this case, open universe. And you can just kind of kick around and do things you want to do at your own pace and enjoy it. And so pretty exciting there, and having fun farting around with that again. It's a neat little machine, man, the Ally is. I can see why people were attracted to it over the Steam Deck, simply the Windows factor alone. It's got Windows 11 on it, and it runs really well. I mean, the other cool thing that I found out is if you're a Amazon Prime member, there is a whole deal where there's free games. It's called GOG, Galaxy of Gamers. And you can go on Prime and they give away free games all the time to Prime members. And a couple of them they just did was Lord of the Rings games, because they got the new season of the Lord of the Rings TV show, which I hear is not good. But anyway, to honor that, they gave a few Lord of the Rings games, the Lego one, Shadows of Mordor, I think, and I don't know. You have to go take a look. If you look at your Prime, you can do Prime Gaming. You can type in the search bar and it shows you. And there's a bunch of games that they've given away in the past too that are pretty awesome. So that's kind of cool. But really, primarily, it's all about No Man's Sky for me. I just love it. It's just almost pointless. But the cool thing about it is there's no pressure. There's no, I got to do this. I mean, yeah, you have to find things in order to do things within the game, but that's only if you want to do those things. So it's pretty slick. I like it. And I've been playing around with that thing and watching a lot of things on what to do with it. And, you can replace the SSD inside. I think it's got 512, and I have a 512 memory card coming. So it's a terabyte of storage. It's probably ample for me. But if I ever need to, I could crack it open and put an SSD in there that's bigger. I mean, a terabyte or 2 terabyte or 4 terabyte, if I really want to. So you will see. But yeah, it's a great little machine. I was kind of wanting to get a little Windows machine like that too, because another project I really want to do is in my Lincoln, my MKZ. The radio that's in there for cellular connection and activity and stuff, so that you could like remotely start your car and stuff like that with your phone, is a 3G, because it's a 2017, the vehicle is. Well, the next year is when they went to 4G radios, and the reason being that 3G's, you can't use it for that stuff anymore. So you have to have a 4G radio. Well, you can actually replace the 4G radio in there, and with the help of an application that runs on Windows, you can actually go into the operating system and change it so it uses that new radio, and then you have access to see things about your phone, on your phone, about your car. How much gas is in it? Where's it parked? Remote lock or unlock it, start it. It's just cool. So we have that in our Kia Sorento, and we love it. We love it. So yeah, I'd like to be able to do that in that car. Sorry about those coughs. I might try and go back and pull that out. Yeah, so that's it on gaming. So I probably will be doing some gaming. I don't know if you guys play No Man's Sky, but if you do, let me know. We'll see if we can meet up across the universe somewhere. And I think that's probably it. Podcasts, I mean, nothing new there. Just the same stuff I've been talking to you guys about for quite a while now. Yeah, I can't think of anything special or different. Let me double check here on my podcast right now and see. I mean, the new real survival stories. Yeah, nothing really new there, guys. Feels like Hysterical's coming to an end, and Flashpoint as well. So May have to dig around and find something else. Who knows? Maybe there's a No Man's Sky podcast. Anyway, that's all I got, guys. I appreciate you guys listening. I'll have another episode for you next week. Take it easy and get off my lawn.